Yup. Welcome to Callums Corner. Doesn't seem to be anyone watching yet, so I'll kind of just wait for a few people to appear. Don't want to kind of have to repeat myself repeatedly throughout the broadcast, so I'm just going to wait for a few people to log on before I get into my tips. What can I tell you? So, I've just been for a walk. Now, a few reasons for this walk. Number one, I wanted a Snickers bar. Now, a Snickers bar is great because it's got peanuts in, which is one of your 5 a day. Now, I've had a bit of an unhealthy day to start with today. I've eaten mainly bacon, kind of bacon sandwiches for breakfast, bacon sandwiches for lunch. So I've had to kind of pull myself in a bit and have a healthy dinner. Now, what I had for dinner, very healthy. I had a jacket potato. I had egg mayonnaise in my jacket potato. So, eggs, very nourishing, very healthy. In my, on top of my egg mayonnaise, a little garnish of parsley, which is another one of my 5 a day, including my potato, one of my 5 a day. And I also garnished it with some cheese and onion crisps, which is obviously another one of your 5 a day in potato. And with the onion in there as well as another one of your 5 a day. People asking for shout outs already. We'll get to that, lads. Alright, I mean, George Marsh, he's a good lad, so I'll give you a shout out. You're right, George. And you're right, Fabio. Ooh, that's quite an exotic name. Kind of international following going on. Anyway. Oh, don't shout him out, he's saying. Goodness me. Anyway, I'm digressing. So, other reasons for my walk was I do like to walk through a graveyard, a particular one, on the way to the spa shop and on the way back. Reasons for this are many-fold. Main one is to remind me how lucky I am to still be alive. And there's also a grave in there from a guy I went to school with, a guy called Seb. Now, when I was at school, I used to think he was such a lucky, kind of smarmy bastard, really. He had everything, his dad was rich, he was a millionaire, he had all the best clothes, he was a good-looking lad, he had loads of women, and I thought, you're one lucky bastard, you've got everything. Well, actually, it turned out he has got everything. He had also a kind of aggressive form of leukemia, it turns out. So he's dead now, and he's in that graveyard. Now, the reason I like to walk past his grave is not to gloat, and in no way, shape or form, but to remind myself how important it is to kind of take care of business. Now, when he died, he still owed me a £5. Now, I lent him this £5 when we were in school, and I never asked him for it back, and I should have done, but, £5's an awkward amount of money. You feel a bit tight asking for it back. And I thought he'd look at me like a pauper, because he was a millionaire, and I'm asking him for a £5 back. Never asked him, he never got around to giving it to me, and then he died. And there's been literally hundreds of times since then when I could have really done with that £5, and I've just not had it. And, it still bothers me now. In fact, for a while, I did think about going and kind of knocking on his parents' door and asking for it back, but I thought, they're not going to know me from Adam now. So I couldn't get it that way. For a little while, I took bottles of milk. I used to get up really early in the morning and steal bottles of milk from outside his parents' house to try and kind of get that £5 back. His parents obviously cottoned on to what was happening, and they stopped having milk delivered. So, by my reckoning, I'm still owed at least £1.50 from his family, which then I'm never going to see again. So, I do like to walk past his grave, just to remind me, take care of business. What else was there? Well, no, anyway, main kind of purpose of my broadcast tonight. A lot of people have been asking for tips on how to be a successful vlogger. I didn't set out to be a successful vlogger, I've set out to kind of share my emotions and just, reach out there and share my knowledge with people, but it's kind of come as a byproduct for me, but I'll give you a few little tips anyway. Number one, be true to your heart. You've got to vlog about what's important to you. It doesn't matter, how many followers you get, how many likes you get, how many, comments you get. It's all about being true to yourself if you're vlogging. Do what, speak about what means something to you. Number two, when you're doing a vlog, hold your phone sideways. In a lot of my early videos, I was holding it long ways, and it makes the picture all small, and that doesn't look too good, to be honest with you. Final and most important tip is eye contact. Now, I'm pretty bad at this myself, but you've got to try and look into the camera, and you do obviously have to look back at your picture occasionally, but eye contact is really key in your vlogging. So, I mean, there's a few little tips of the trade from you, from one successful vlogger to one aspiring vlogger, hopefully, and I'm hoping that I've inspired some of you tonight. There we go. Didn't really have anything else that I planned to talk about. I've given you some healthy eating tips. You know, I'm on 4 of my 5 a day. Got my Snickers with my peanuts to come. You know, my advice in healthy eating is eat as many potatoes as you can. You know, they're vegetables and they're carbs. You know, win-win, energy and health. So I guess we're kind of wrap that up here, really. Oh no, I'm back. My connection's weak though, apparently. I don't know how it's weak. I'm right by the router. Maybe this is better. Any of you got any questions that you're kind of wanting answered before I wrap this up for tonight? If you are, just type them now. If not, we'll say adios and good night, I guess. No questions. Just a couple of people asked for shout outs. That's it. All right. Well, any questions, just type them on here and I'll address it in my next live broadcast, maybe even later tonight if the mood takes me. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Callums Corner.